Welcome to this look at a new map on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. Welcome to Bucks County, PA, Pennsylvania. This is a new mod map by TNT Modding, 355.19 megabytes to download. I had a quick look around this late last night. I'm recording this early Saturday morning. I do my map tours on New Farmer mode on normal setting. I'll get the bad bit out the way first. Let's have a look at the map. This is the map. What do we start with on New Farmer? Well, there are quite a lot of green bits, which means that technically you own them, but I think that just makes placeables and things like that a little bit easier. There's a bit of forestry at the top. But the main area we're kind of concerned with at the moment, where we're standing, is this main farm area. We've got a farmhouse just up here. And these fields here. So we've got 15, 16, 17 and 28. The other plots around are around sell points and a few things like that. Now, the slot count on New Farmer is 992 out of 1299. That's the bad news. If you come onto this and start from scratch or Farm Manager, it's 991. I couldn't work out what the one was that was missing. But anyway, still very high. You do start with a lot of equipment. So if you sell everything off, you can get that down to 712, which I know a lot of people still consider to be very high. I played Geiselsberg, an entire Let's Play series, on I think a starting figure of around 800, 900. I'm pretty sure I did. So it is doable. But the map is it's a bit of a cracker. I like this one a lot. It's got a fantastic feel. Field prices vary, as you can imagine. Field 41, 57,630. Field 25, which is a large one, 478 grand. 33 is fairly big at 491. Biogas plant does need to be owned to be able to be used. That will set you back 164,634. Now it does say in the website Mod Hub, there are no special mods required. I couldn't find any. There are no additional crop types on this. Standard crop types. So there's no modded machinery or anything. I didn't find lurking around anywhere. It doesn't mention it anywhere. It is seasons ready, and it does say, where are we? There are many sell stations for cereals and bales, and there really are. When we go down this list, we've got Animal Stockyard, which is a main sell point. Beaver Brothers Sawmill, Central Feed Supply and Cozy Wool. Now these ones, Central Feed Supply, Animal Stockyard, Davis Feed Mill and Johnson Mill are your main sell points that pretty much do everything. But then we've got a lot of these here. Where are we? Davis Feed Mill Bales, Dreaming Tree Farms, Eureka Farms, Lazy Acres Farms, and there's another one. That one there, Richmond Feed and Seed Mill Bales, are all bale sell points. There are loads of them dotted around the map. If I scroll across, you'll see there, for our silage, grass, hay and straw, there are loads of options there for selling. So, yeah, there are quite a few bale sell points on this map. Right, contracts are available. What else do I want to start off by saying? Nothing. I think we're good. Right, we are facing north at the moment. Well, that's north, but north-ish. I think that's where we were originally pointing. And this is the main farm that you start with. Like I say, the farmhouse is up the road a little bit. And there's a lot of stuff. It does say in the mod hub as well. Contributors, Bullet Bill, Auction David, Frontier Mods, GeForce Mods, Mr. Hector Mods. And you'll notice there are a lot of buildings and things that are from like Lone Oak Farm and places like that. So this one is the Lone Oak cows. So you start off with the cows. This is your buy, sell, load or unload point, and this will take 500 cows. I think all the animals are 500. Let's just get that out of the way now. All the animals will do 500, apart from the horses, which is 16. So we've got an enclosed pasture here. What I did notice when I came around and tested this, I bought a couple just to see where they would appear. And they appear in this pen here, and the cow that walked through towards the thing here walked through this gate, because I ran over and thought, oh, maybe I need to open that to let it come through, and it actually just went straight through the gate. It wasn't bothered about that. Osmosis cows, pretty cool. So you've got your feed troughs and your water troughs and various different things knocking about inside the barn, outside the barn. And we've got our slurry and manure points. Milk's around this side. Just here. Slurry there, manure over there. Now, at a few of the farms on the map it shows buying silo, which is this here. And there are a few of these knocking about on the map. We'll just jump back on there and zoom in a little bit. So here we've got buying silo. Up here we've got buying silo. I think we've got one over here, buying silo. The buying silos, you can buy seed, fertilizer and lime. Each of those, so seed, fertilizer and lime. And then at a lot of those, I think all those same locations as well, you've got these tanks here where you can buy liquid fertilizer and you can buy your herbicide. So you can pretty much get everything you need at each of the farm sites, which is pretty cool. As far as modded placeables go, there are quite a lot. However, on the subject of vehicles, we have some modded vehicles. Now, I'm a little bit frustrated, only because it doesn't say in the ModHub website description about this, and you find yourself in a situation where then you're going onto maps and searching around just in case. But on this map, because TNT did this on Blue Mountain Valley as well. Now, this isn't beet technology this time. Potato technology, we do have a 50,000 litre capacity potato harvester. Regular harvesters, however, if we go to the end, we've got a John Deere S790 with 141,000 litre capacity. We've got a Case Axial Flow 9240 with 150,000 litre capacity. And we've got a CR1090 New Holland with 145,000 litre capacity. So, yes, they are modded. They are not mods available across the mod hub. They are specific to this map. We've got forage harvesters. Now, this says on these modded ones, dual trailer. I'm not quite sure what that means. They are modded ones. There's no capacity change or anything like that with them. Horsepower increases are exactly the same. They seem exactly, so I'm not sure, because if we then go, I don't think sugarcane technology's got anything. No, it hasn't. I have been just checking, but I think it's just the harvesters, forage harvesters and potato harvester. Cotton technology, there's nothing modded in there. But under trailers, I just checked. Auger wagons, nothing, that's all standard. But under regular trailers, we have got, at the end on our regular trailers, we've got the Fieldliner HCS 3106 forage trailer. 250,000 litre capacity. The Cramp Bandit 750, 150,000 litre capacity, and the Tor 30 Agroliner, 125,000 litre capacity, which is quite impressive. Now, I was going to just check the cotton technology. Oh, that's interesting. What about sugarcane technology for the trailers in here, just in case there's any modded ones there? No, but we also have under seeders. We have got the Condor 15001 modded version in here. Direct drill as well with a capacity of 8,000 litres. Well, actually, that's weird because that's 8,000. 15 metre width. 15 metre width. I'm not sure why that's modded then. What's different about that? Same horsepower, same capacity. Unless it's just the fact it can direct drill now. No, that one direct drills as well, so I'm not sure about that one. But we have got under planters the Great Plains YP2425A with a capacity of 15,000 litres for seed. The Livestock Tempo L16, a capacity of 25,000 litres for seed. So I'm wondering whether that's seeder, whether that was supposed to be a different capacity maybe. I have been having a look through trying to find other things, but I think that might be it. So we have got some modded harvesters, we've got some modded trailers, and we've got some modded seeder and a couple of modded planters as well thrown in the mix. This being one of them. This is your main silo at the main farm. This will hold 750,000 litres and it's a multi-fruit silo. So you can put absolutely anything on that in that at quite a capacity too. Moving west a little bit along our farm here, we have got chickens. Like I say, they will hold 500 as well. They're in a slightly smaller closed in area. Just here. Feed trough there. Eggs spawn there. And your buy and sell point for your chickens is on the end. Just there. 2 fairly large bunker silos here at the main farm. Very nice indeed. Now, as I said, I went around this map. Strangely, there is a little bit of a lone oaky feel about it, but only to a degree. I honestly, and I know it's weird, and I've never been to Australia. I've seen lots of programs, and I've watched lots of documentaries and travel programs. It had a very Australian kind of feel to it. I don't know why, and I can't put my finger on it. But it's a lovely, lovely place, lovely area. We do have a workshop, triggered just here. Barns and buildings, and this is where we start off with the machinery, and there is a lot of it. So dotted around, we've got various different things, seeders and cultivators and trailers. We do start off with a lot of grasswork equipment. One of the reasons it is fairly slot heavy to start off with as well is it's a John Deere farm. We've got quite a bit of John Deere gear. So what we'll do now then is jump onto that, press garage. So as you can see, 992 out of 1299. We start with a 6250R, a 6155M, which I think we're looking at just now, a quad track 620, an 8400R with duals. We've got a T560 harvester, 2 trailers, headers, corn and regular for the harvester. We've got our cultivator, we've got a seeder, planter, seed box for the front, we've got mowers, tedder, windrower, loading wagon, front loader stuff, header trailer, silos. Now interestingly, that's not at this farm, that's over at sheep or the horses, it's over that way. This is the one we've got at the main farm, which says mod, that's a modded one. And then we've got the grain silo, which is the pig farm. We've got some barns and buildings, again, which say mods. So in the mods section, in the placeables, we've got quite a few. Workshop, house, you know. So you can see why the slot count is a lot higher. Like I say, if you get rid of all of that, you can get it down to 712, but you do start off with quite a bit of stuff. On the subject of placeable mods, under miscellaneous, we've got these straw barns, of which there are 3 on the map. We've got the Lone Oak Workshop, which we'll get to later on. Under animal pens, I don't think... Oh yeah, the pig husbandry, and that's up there on the map. Silos, we've got the multi-fruit silo, 750,000 litres. Decoration, trying to think, what do we have under that? Nothing. The farmhouse, there's that one, but I don't think that's placed anywhere. I couldn't see one. And then sheds, we've got the barns, storage shed from the pig farm. There's, yeah, like I say, there's a lot of modded stuff on here too. So, plenty to be getting your head round. Now, it also says in the mods hub that the animals you start with, we start with the cows and the chickens, and it then does say horses, pigs and sheep will only be displayed on the map as soon as the land is purchased. Now, I don't know if you noticed already, but when we go on to here, the pigs are already showing, and if we do this, we don't actually own that plot of land. So the pigs are showing. As far as the other 2, down here, to this side of field 44, just here, if you buy that plot, which encompasses field 44, that's where the sheep are, just here. If you buy this plot here just south of field 24, that's where the horses are. So those icons will appear when you buy those plots of land, just there, 44 and just below 24. So that's your sheep and your horses. That kind of covers all of the animals and their placement. We'll get around and we'll have a look at those in a little while. What I need to do is grab myself a tractor. So in this building we've got some more. It's a lot of starting equipment. Let's grab that one. I won't go for the jewels. It might be slightly trickier for getting around the map. The topography of the map is great. Having done Stone Valley, actually I'm going to go out this way. We'll finish off with the pig farm, I think. So the route round I want to go. Having just finished on my Stone Valley Let's Play, I'm really liking the American feel, maps. And Stone Valley was a big, open kind of prairie, flat expanse type thing. This is a different side to an American farm, a different location, a different area. Now, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, is in the southeast of the state. Interestingly, fun fact for everybody out there, in case you're well, you probably aren't interested, but it's named after the county of Buckinghamshire, depends how you say it, in England. It's one of 3 original counties that were founded by William Penn, who was the founder of the state, hence Pennsylvania. William Penn was the son of an admiral in the Royal Navy. He was from England. And here's the other weird twist. I live in Hertfordshire. When I was an air cadet, we were part of Hert's Bucks Wing. Buckinghamshire, the border to Buckinghamshire, is a 15-minute drive away from where I live. And I used to deliver, when I was a postman, to a school called William Penn. It was the William Penn School. They knocked the school down, built a housing estate on it, and now there's now a William Penn Leisure Centre. It's a funny old world, isn't it? So there you go. Pennsylvania, also well known for famous people, Benjamin Franklin. The frontiersman, Daniel Boone, frontiersman, politician, did all sorts of stuff, didn't he? Was he a senator at one point? Not sure. Businessman. Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, which was in the Penn State House. I think that's a museum now, isn't it? So yeah, all sorts of fun facts. Now, in that rather quick drive, William Penn was a Quaker as well, which is also interesting because what we're going to do now is, where are we? So we've come from here out onto the main road, up the hill, and we're at Quaker State Processing Plant, which is one of our sell points. Let's scroll down. No, where is it? There we go. One of our main sell points just there. So what we're going to do now is head out into the main road. I didn't notice that flickering on the ground when I drove across this yesterday. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Yeah, it has a very, I don't know, again, it doesn't feel contrived. It feels a very natural landscape, and as you drive around, and the other thing as well I found, the map feels huge. I mean, it really does feel like a very, very big map. Forestry to our left as we head down the hill. I think because there's a lot of houses dotted around, it has a feel that, like I say, that it's kind of lived in, that it's a community, around farming and the other processes and factories and things that are around. I don't know, and there's just enough traffic for a kind of rural community. It's not over the top, it's not too much, I like it. So on the corner, as we turn the corner, we've got Cozy Wool, which is our spinnery sell point. I'm just going to nip round here. So here's Cozy Wool, sell point is just there, traditional spinnery. Now I keep hearing the sound of a Spitfire engine, and I think that's the sound effect from Oakfield Farm, which is an Oxygen David map, but there are no planes. I keep looking up and I haven't seen a plane. Could be Mustangs, P51D Mustang, I'm sure that had a Merlin engine in it. Same sort of sound, but I can't see one in the sky, I just keep hearing it. Sound effects actually I really like on here. Some of them might be a little bit loud, they do every now and again, but... So we're now heading southeast, taking in all the glory of the map. We will hit the petrol station, gas station. We are in Murica, so gas station just there, and just pop to the first of the bale sell points that we're going to have a look at. This is, I want to say Lazy Acres. I can't remember all the sell points off the top of my head. There are quite a lot of them on this map. Turn in here. So here's one of the bale sell points. A lot of the vehicles are very muddy around the map, so I think a lot of people like to go out and do a bit of mud plugging in their spare time. Very nice indeed. So let's just check the map. So we've gone from here back along the main road to Cozy Wool, down here southeast a little bit to the gas station, and we just turned up here Yeah, Lazy Acres Farm. That was a bit of luck, wasn't it? So we're going to head down towards Miller's Dairy. We are going to take a left first, though, actually, and go out there to Richland Feed and Seed. And then the Richmond Feed and Seed Mill bales to Miller's Dairy. Then we'll head on down Eureka Farms, Keystone Restaurant. Like I said, there are loads of sell points on this map. But I think that also, I don't know, there's something to be said for both aspects. I do like a map when you are on a map that feels like it's a slice of, like when I was doing the Northern Coast the other day, not many sell points, and it feels like a little slice of a community. You know, you're there and there's maybe 1-2 sell points. Because this map feels big, and I don't know if it's the way the road network's laid out, it just feels huge. That having lots of sell points works. It actually fits perfectly. There's no problem with it at all. It feels like a much wider community. Anyway, continuing on out this way. This is probably another reason why, because some of the sell points are out and back sell points. They're not on a route round. This makes it feel bigger because you've got to drive all the way out and drive back again. A selection of forestry, trees and things to cut down dotted around the map. So, Richland, Seed and Feed, Mill, Feed and Seed, that's how we around it was. Sell point is just there. Oh, is that the bales? That might be the bales bit. Hang on, let's just click on that to make sure I got it right. Yes, so that's the bales sell point this side. Probably a giveaway, the fact there are bales sitting right there. And the main sell point is just around there. The buildings as well, I think that kind of... No, I'm not an expert in any way, shape or form on American states or anything like that. We did a load of stuff about it at school. It was during the 2012 Olympics, actually, so quite a while ago now. When I was working at the school, each class in each year group had to pick a country, and they did a whole load of topic work on that country. And the year group I was working in, the class I was working in, we got USA. We did loads of stuff about American independence. You know, we did about the American Civil War. We did about states. We did about you know, the founding of the country, the 13 first colonies. We learned all sorts of stuff. It was amazing. I'm fascinated about history generally, history of places, place names, cultures, all that kind of stuff. I absolutely love it, and I just, you know. But a lot of these buildings have a very kind of colonial look and feel to them. Is that the right word, colonial? I'm sure it is, but it just has a nice feel to it. Anyway, so this is Miller's Dairy. That's the sell point just there. I'm going to check the map to make sure I got that right. So back along from there, across, yeah, Miller's Dairy. Now we're going to head down to Eureka Farms and Keystone Restaurant. Eureka Farms, I think, is another one of the bale sell points. Let's just go up to Eureka Farms and scroll across. It is. Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, it's an American map. Yes, we've had a few American maps, but it's got a very different feel. You know, you could say, "Oh, I've already done an American map. I did Stone Valley," but this is nothing like Stone Valley. I played Lone Oak on FS19. There are some similarities, but it's not Lone Oak. You know, so Keystone Restaurant, just here. Sell point is around the back, isn't it? Around the back. Keystone Restaurant sell point around the back here. And Eureka Farms bale sell point just there. What I like as well, I mean, I don't know whether it's just the way I work out my routes around when I do map tours and stuff like that, but strangely the way this is laid out, it actually works out pretty well, especially what I'm just about to do now, for what I'm doing. It's you'll see in a minute. But it's like little details like this, the little kind of washouts and ponds, and I don't know, I like it. Johnson Mill, was that what this one was? Please tell me I'm right. Down the road, yeah, Johnson Mill. We'll come out the bottom of Johnson Mill, we'll go out to Transport Company. So we've got, again, Transport Company bales, More bale sell points. TNT Modding's got a bit of an obsession with bales. I don't think I've ever come across a map with so many bale sell points. Is Pennsylvania well known for bale work? Baling? I don't know. Anybody out there from Pennsylvania might know, I don't know. So the main sell point is just here. Bale sell point. Is round the back just here. Continuing on, we're going to head round now out towards the biomass heating plant and the biogas heating plant. Now, weirdly, actually, let's just show that first. If we go down this list here, we have got, if we keep going up, we've got Beaver Brothers Sawmill, which is fine. The biogas plant, once you own it, will appear on here with the prices. But there's nothing on here that actually says the biomass plant. There's nothing for the biomass. I did have a look. If we go to the map, so we're going up here now. So where I went in and around, this is what I was talking about, and back down to here. When I come back up, that's the turning I want. So I kind of bypassed it going around, but we're going to take that turning out to Animal Dealer and Animal Stockyard, which is another one of the main sell points. Then we're going to head out towards biomass. Now that's on there very clearly, biomass heating plant, but it's not on the sell point list anywhere. I wonder if you have to own that as well. I don't think you can buy it. No, it won't let me buy that plot. It let me buy the plots all the way around it, but I can't buy that plot. So I'm not sure why it's not showing up on here. Anyway, just something that actually just occurred to me. I was thinking, hang on a minute. I'm sure I didn't see it on the list. So, next turn left, out towards Animal Dealer. I like the colour palette used. The texturing's great. Now again, this is the same with any other map tour. This is a first impressions. Glance round, show the sell points, show the map off a little bit. You kind of get a feel for it. All very nice. The in-depth gameplay of any map anywhere, I've always said before, it's a difficult one because a map maker or anyone that makes anything will test it and test it and test it and test it, release it. It's only when it's released out into the wild, so to speak, when all of a sudden you've then got millions of people that could potentially test it, and they will absolutely test the what's it out of it. That's when you can come across any problems, any issues that you never encountered. So are there problems and issues? I don't know. I'd like to think not, but generally speaking, over time people will find little issues and things. This is just a cursory let's have a look. So that one there is the Animal Stockyard sell point. Again, one of the main sell points. Around the back we've got our Livestock Dealer. So for buying, selling, loading or unloading of animals. So if you want to do it yourself with a trailer, come here and you can. Or you can buy here and then you pay your fee, or you can at your animal pens, as you can on any map. You can buy direct and then they charge you a delivery fee. So should you wish, obviously no one wishes to have a delivery fee, but nice big open areas and all these sell points, plenty of room to move about. Big machinery, not a problem. There's the cow statue from the mod review the other day. It does have its uses other than just a lawn ornament. If you're setting up a livestock market at your house and you want to put that in your front garden. This is the other thing as well. Dump trucks move around. This is the different sorts of vehicles. I don't know. I'm just like it. It's, you know, it's very rarely I come across a map I hate. I mean, there's not. I mean, hate's such a strong word. I don't think I've ever come across one. There are some that aren't my cup of tea. You know, I'll still do the map tour. I'll still find. You know, I'm generally speaking, I try to be as unbiased as possible, and I will show the you know the good points, the bad points if I've come across any, that kind of thing. Some maps make me smile. Some maps are picturesque. We've said that before. Little bits like this. Nice picturesque little bridge crossing. It's just, you know, nothing major, nothing, you know, over the top exciting, but it just all works, you know. So, heading up here, we'll come to the biomass heating plant in just a second. Now this is another one of those ones, on original maps, say original maps, FS, I want to say 15. Biomass was always wood chips, and then the sawmill was always lumber. Sometimes the sawmill did lumber and wood chips. The biomass heating plant on this one has the symbol for unloading logs, and because it's not showing up on the menu as a sell point, I'm not quite sure what it is you deliver here. I'm assuming it's lumber, because so as we come up here, there's the little icon there which you usually get for lumber. So I honestly couldn't say for certain. It's a bit of an odd one. So now we're at Ravenport. This sell point, this kind of bit here, on Ravenport had a bale sell point just here. Just at this bit here, and it had, was it wood chip just there? I can't remember now, but God, Ravenport seemed like such a long time ago. And when you think about it, we are now at the point where, in recent history, every 2 years when a new game was released, November would be about the time the new version of the game would be released. So we are 2 years into FS19. So this would be about the time it would be getting a kind of a refresh and going again kind of thing. So, yeah, Ravenport, that was 2 years ago. That is scary stuff. Right, turning in here, biogas plant. Again, another big facility. But you do need to own it to be able to make money from it and use it. So, the sell point into the digestion system is just there. Digestate system is just there. 2 large bunker silos to our right, and our digestate tank there, so our byproduct from anything we put into the biogas plant is just there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do quickly? Just bear with me 1 second. Sorry, I just borrowed some money and bought the biogas plant because I wanted to check something. So, if we now go to biogas plant, I just wanted to check to see what you could sell here. Price is about the same as any biogas plant, 360 for normal economy, and it will take manure and it will take slurry as well. Sometimes they take potatoes and sugar beet and that kind of thing, but this one doesn't. Standard things, I thought I'd better check. You never know. So, we're now on the western side of the map heading north. We're going to come to Davis Mill, Feed Mill, I can't remember what it's called now, Davis something. Apologies for the reckless driving. Crossing back over the river. And in we go. So, I will double check so I don't want to get it wrong. So from the biogas plant we head up. Yeah, Davis Feed Mill. So we've got Davis Feed Mill and Davis Feed Mill bales. Because every sell point needs a bale sell point. Well, it doesn't need a sell point. Which is just there. Something else I wanted to check actually as I head out this way. So we're now heading east again. Don't worry, the route will take us round and we'll get to everything. As we come down the hill, we'll pull in here. So this side of the road, the northern side of this road here, is where the horses are. Now I don't own this plot of land and the horses aren't showing, but I wanted to see whether or not it would still let me. Ah, no it doesn't. So until you own it, the trigger won't allow anything to come up for the animals. I don't have enough money to do that at the moment. But anyway, this will hold 16 horses. So your buy, sell, load or unload trigger is here. Feed and water troughs are just there. There's normally one for bedding. That's interesting. Wouldn't be inside here, would it? That'd be too much to ask. Not sure of that one. Nothing else hazard marked out, is there? Sorry, not sure about that one. Without buying them and getting them all and that kind of thing. Right, so if we cross the road... Stars and stripes flying there. Is that the first one I've seen? I'm trying to think now. Going past a lot of the houses and stuff. I don't remember seeing any others, but we've got stars and stripes fluttering there. So across the side of the road here is the sheep farm. Again, you need to buy the plot of land for the icon to come up, so I'm assuming again with this, when I get round to where the markings are, that's one thing that when I came around the other day I thought, could that maybe have been changed? I don't know, it's a minor thing, it's a little, you know, it's a petty quibble, isn't it? This is your trigger for buying, selling, loading or unloading your sheep. This will also hold 500, as I said from the start, they're all 500. And then your triggers for feed and water inside, just here. Just like the Lone Oak one. Barns and buildings, there are plenty. From here, I'll carry on this way actually. So kind of coupled or linked in with both of these areas, don't have to be, you don't have to buy these plots, you don't have to do sheep or horses. We have got another plot. It does say in the Mod Hub description that there are some plots that you can buy and then utilise to whatever ends you decide. I'm just going to cut across the front of here and into this one. So this one here, big open expanse, set up as a farm if you want. I wonder if that's... that's not the bedding part. No, that's too much to ask for. I was going to say, is that the bedding part for the horses? Anyway, we've got some barns and building space just here. This is one of the other silos I was talking about, so this one's here. So that's the second of the silos. We've then also got our herbicide and liquid fertiliser buy point, and we've also got a seed, fertiliser and lime buy point. This is the big building complex, also from Lone Oak, that you start with on the main farm. So big cavernous building in there, and we do have a workshop trigger in here. Oh, those happy days on Lone Oak, going in every morning to check on my planner on the wall. So yeah, this is here, should you wish to utilise it. So where are we on the map? I haven't shown you the map for a while. So Davis Feed Mill, we came along and like I said, horses here, sheep here. We came out along this road and cut across. We are at this point here now. So buying silo, the main silo are just here. We're now going to pop across to, or past another gas station and then the main store. Again, I'm very conscious now and worried that this map tour is going to be a longer one. And because the map feels so big, because the route's taken, it just feels very large. So around the back of that building there is a fuel point behind it. This is the main store. Pretty sure... I'm sure this is the main store from Ravenport, isn't it? Anyway, our buy and sell point and our buy point is just here, which obviously you can do from your main menu anyway. But your actual repair, customise and sell point is round the back and down. There's a large kind of flat, hard standing area just here. Carlos Reliable Motors, Carlos's, so that's your buy, your sell, repair and customise point. If you need to reset anything or when you buy something, it appears here on this area, just to the side of this building is where they first start appearing, depends how much you buy. So if you need to reset anything, this is where it will reset back to. So that's your main store. We now need to go, mine's gone blank, up this road. I'm sure it's, yeah. Up here. This was the most, I know there's a lot of driving between, but this was the most efficient route round all the sell points I could work out. Now, I mean, I talked about it originally, right at the very start, but field sizes vary, and they are, you know, there are sweeping sort of land. It's a sweeping landscape, nothing too steep, nothing over the top, but they are irregular shaped fields. It's not going to be one of those simple, you know, they're all rectangles, all facing north, south, east, west. Plonk a worker and away you go. I know a lot of map tours are done recently. A lot of people are complaining about AI and workers, and they're not working properly, and a lot of people don't seem to like or want to do not all of the work themselves. I know a lot of people are very happy to set off the first part, prepare an area, a border within which a worker can work effectively, but they are finding on some maps the AI is a little bit, bearing in mind part of the kind of patch notes of the last update we had before the Alpine DLC dropped. One of those was improved fixes to AI again. Not sure about that. So we've come all out this road here. We are now at Dreaming Tree Farms, which is another bale sale point. We're going to head up the road to Beaver Brothers Sawmill. Which is just here. Now, this is one worth noting. The sell point icon is right here where I'm sitting in the vehicle. So what I'll do is drive forward, and you've got the sawmill building there to the side, but if I go into the menu and we go to Beaver Brothers Sawmill and I tag place, you'll see that's where the icon is showing, but that's not where the sell point is. So I don't know if the icon just it's not in the correct place, or whether that's just to show the general location of the sawmill. If we head down here a little bit, you'll come to the sell points for lumber and wood chip, which are actually just both down here. So the icon, whilst it does highlight the sawmill, which is a big area, it's got a fairly large complex here for the sawmill, these are where the two sell points are, just down the hill a little bit for Beaver Brothers Sawmill. So what we're going to do now is head north again. Trying to think what sell points have I got left to do. Oh, we need to go to the pig farm, which again, that one does show straight off the bat, so even though you don't own the land, it is showing the pig's icon already. So we are at the northern part of the map now. This originally seemed like the most obvious route, but I'm thinking now I probably should have done the pig farm first. Probably should have come up from the, because we've now gone from the north-western side of the map right over to the north-eastern side of the map to get to the pig farm. So this, I suppose, was the longest stretch. I may edit a little bit, so I'm not too sure of the journey over. So this is the pig farm. Buying silo just there for our seed, fertiliser and lime. Silo, now this is the weird thing. We don't own this farm when you start off, but you do start with, in your silos, you do start with some crops. Those crops are stored in this silo here. So whilst you don't actually technically own this pig farm at the start, this is where all your crops are. Not in your main multi-fruit silo, which is a bit peculiar, but anyway. Herbicide and liquid fertiliser tanks there. Pigs are just here. Will it let me do it without buying it? No. So again, whilst the icon is showing, you still need to own the land before we'll let you. Again, 500 pigs, water trough, feed trough, and I think with this one, this is the one from Lone Oak as well. Pretty sure the hay, the straw bedding goes in here. Manure pit there, slurry pit just there. Big building around the sides here. Again, this is the Lone Oak, one of the Lone Oak ones. Cavernous. So, where are we? We came from Beaver Brothers up to the top, all the way across here, down there, up there, all the way across here. We're now here at the pig farm. We just go back round to the main farmhouse is there. And just realised one of the sell points I missed was the central feed supply. So we'll quickly whiz round. We'll do the farmhouse back along that main road. We'll do central feed supply, and that's all the sell points done. and that is a route around the map. You know, and I hope by now you've kind of got a feel for it, what you kind of think about it. As I always say with every map, it's not going to be for everyone. You know, I think even, you know, a lot of people do that thing of, oh, all the Americans want big maps. That's not true. I've had a lot of people comment saying, you know, when people do put comments like that, I'm American and I actually like small European maps. You then got, you know, a lot of Americans who people play on maps of areas and places and things they are familiar with. Some people then will have a try at doing stuff that's different because they want to try out a different area or try a different style of farming, and that's absolutely fine. So I've always said there's something for everyone. This may be a sort of map that a lot of people love or some people don't. Again, that's the personal preference and personal choice thing of the game, isn't it? Not everyone has to like every single map that comes out. What I would ask, though, it's a fairly small ask, if you've enjoyed the map tour, if you found the map tour useful, informative and that sort of thing, I normally say at the end, you give us a like, just hit the like thing. If you don't like the map specifically, don't dislike the video. If you don't like the map, that's fine, but if the map tour's been informative and helped you to make that decision, you can either just don't do anything or just smash the like button. Channeling my silly G there. So here's your house, your sleep trigger. It's a little bit away from the main farm, which is just over there. Well, I say a little bit, it's not that far away in all honesty. That's on the scale of things. On the scale of distance in America, I mean, it's the sort of distance we're not kind of used to in the UK. That distance from the farm to the house is nothing. So, last sell point coming up, and then we'll be heading back down the road back towards the Cozy Wall, which is right by the farm. And we've kind of gone round the whole thing. I need to get across before that dump truck comes. We'll take a left. Looking down my list, so that's why I just swerved a little bit. See if I've missed anything. I hope not. Oh, quite a few trees over this bit. I think that's the other thing I'm getting from this map is not zones per se, but definitely has across different sections of the map a different feel, as we just found there. Lots of trees and stuff, which I hadn't really kind of... There are trees around the map, but not kind of over the top of the over the road kind of thing. So this here, stop the engine, jump out. This here is central feed supply. If we go across, that is one of our main sell points. You can sell pretty much all your main crop types. And where is it on the map? We've just come from the farmhouse down this road here. And like I say, if we follow that road now, southeast, takes us to Cozy Wall, which is back to the main farm, which is where we started. And that is Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Have I shown you the entire map? No. Have I hopefully given you a bit of a feel for it? I hope so. If you have enjoyed the map tour, if you have found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.